You know, it's crazy, man. Two women decide to crash out in the store, lose their mind, steal steaks and lobster. That's what's going on, guys. Absolutely amazing, guys. Let's get into the content. We're talking about this situation here, man. Market basket mayhem. Two women crash out in the store for steaks and lobster. Let's check it out.
Our John Atwater is live at the Basket in West Bridgewater, where all of this went down, John.
Well, Maria, police say that those women walked out of the store here with lobster and steak, but they didn't get far. Officers arrested them out here in the parking lot. Cell phone video shows two women berating and attacking workers Sunday evening as stunned shoppers stare in disbelief.
That's crazy. Oh, nah.
Others watching the combative confrontation can't understand it.
I'm speechless because doesn't matter the reason, is not supposed to act like that.
Investigators say the women deliberately slipped higher priced food like lobster, ribeye steaks, and truffle butter in blue bags while they were checking out. And police say when workers confronted them about not paying for the items, the women started attacking them and yelling racial slurs.
People are shoplifting. They're getting beat up for trying to stop the people. That's not fair to them. I mean, it's really messed up.
Police arrested Olivia and Regine Bird in the parking lot. The sisters are now facing charges, including assault and battery. Other shoppers say they have sympathy for the workers who are dedicated to their jobs.
I just see them work hard over here.
They went and assaulted people in a store in public. That's not all right.
You know, guys, it's amazing the things that go down, people losing their minds, crashing out for lobster and steaks. It's just crazy that in these crazy times, if you're a worker in a store, you got to be concerned about people tackling you for lobster now. Imagine they felt so entitled that they want to put these high-priced lobsters in their bags and these rib-eye steaks. You know, them good steaks that you can put on the grill, you know? So they decide to put them steaks and the lobsters and thought they could just walk out. And these employees wasn't having it. You know, they decided to try to stop them. And, you know, there was a big scuffle, mayhem, you know, everybody crashing out in order to eat lobster and steak. And it's embarrassing, man. And what's so crazy is these were two black women, right? And they were uttering racial slurs to the white folk that was trying to stop them from stealing the lobster and the steak. The black women were uttering racial slurs while stealing. It's like, as a black man in America, it's embarrassing. It's like, it feels like I get secondhand embarrassment. Do you ever feel like that? Like you get secondhand embarrassment when you see black people doing stuff like this? And it's like, bro, you're stealing steaks and lobster. Rather than both of these women go get a job, start a business, do some hair, they decide to steal. I seen one video, I got to do a reaction to it, where you had a woman who was using her EBT benefits and her SNAP payments and all that other stuff in order to fund a business that she was doing on the side, meaning she was using her benefits to buy, I guess, meats and various other things to do some sort of catering type business or whatever the case is. And they found out about it. I got to do a reaction to that story. That's crazy. And people are literally upset that she got caught. They're like, well, how is she to get out of poverty when, you know, she got to do something about it, not realizing that she's using the SNAP benefits. Now, this is what I believe, and I'm going to do a separate video about this when it comes to EBT, SNAP, and all this other stuff. I feel that in order for us to deal with the ongoing crime of fraud, people taking advantage of the system, when it comes to SNAP and all these benefits, no one should get a card. No one should get any cards or any sort of, uh, program where they could just go to a store and just buy what they want. I feel that the federal government should issue food that is already pre-selected, food that is focused on your nutritional value, focused on your health and well-being as a family. In other words, similar to when you go to these pantries and these places, they prepare a bag for you. They prepare groceries for you, and they have everything set up based on what they feel you need. You get what I'm saying? So rather than people just taking these EBT cards and shopping and buying a bunch of snacks and donuts and ice cream and all this other goofy stuff as if though they got it popping, no, let's give them what they need. Since they're crying about food, since they don't want to go work for it, and I'm talking about able-bodied adults. I'm not talking about the elderly. I'm not talking about the disabled, so save me that argument. I'm talking about able-bodied adults who don't want to work, who want everything for free. I believe that they should issue them only the food that is necessary for their survival. The simple, necessary foods for their survival, and that's it. No special treatment, no special deals, no, oh, take this card and you could go shop till you drop. No. Give them what they need, their ration of food that is supposed to last them the month, and they're supposed to use it accordingly. That is how you solve all of these problems. That is how you solve all the problems. I think that all Americans will be happy with that. Would you agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. If we agree on this, we need to push this to all of these people that make all the rules and pass all the laws. I feel that that would solve all of our problems. So rather than us saying, oh, all these people want is a handout, rather than us, flipping out every man, because here's the thing. A lot of you who have to go to work, you struggle every day and you don't get no handouts, but you struggle. You struggle to pay your rent. You struggle to pay your bills. You don't know how you're going to figure it out. And it doesn't mean you feel you better than everybody. But the point is, it's not fair because you who work on a 9 to 5, you got to work for yours. You got to work and literally slave on these jobs trying to make ends meet. And you got people out here stealing steaks. You got people stealing lobster. You got people committing all sorts of fraud in order to get government assistance. And it's unacceptable. I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of people taking advantage of the system while you have people out here that are really struggling, but they don't come on social media crying about it. A lot of you are going through your own personal issues right now. A lot of you are dealing with issues where you don't know how you're going to pay your rent. You see what I'm saying? It's the first. And a lot of people are literally trying to figure out, do I pay the rent or do I eat? Do I pay part of the rent or do I eat? So you got your own issues. And then when you see all these people crying over not getting benefits, when all they want to do is squander it and show off on social media like, hey, I got this. I can spend $1,500 on food. Well, what the federal government needs to do is rather than giving you the power to just go into these stores and shop till you drop to buy all these goodies, no, they should give you a basket, a bag that is prepared with actual food for your survival. No Twinkies, no cupcakes, no cookies and bonbons and momos, none of that stuff. You understand? No candies, no sweets, because all that stuff is doing is causing you to get all sorts of diabetes, all sorts of cancers, and all sorts of problems. They should give you at least, if anything, 3 cases of water, about 3 boxes of orange juice, depending on your family size, some chicken, some ground beef, some canned goods, corned beef, all these little things, some onions, fruits, vegetables, your ration for the month. And that's it. Meaning you don't get to choose what you want to go buy. Why? Because you're getting this for free. You're getting this for free. So you don't get to go to the store and walk around and be like, yeah. Let me get this. Let me get that. No. The federal government needs to decide what you get. Just enough so you can survive until you want to go get off your tail and go get a job. Period. Some tuna, sardines, whatever the case is. The tuna will last people a long time. They give you about 10 cans of tuna, some loaves of bread. You can make tuna fish sandwiches. They give you flour. Listen, all you need, let me tell you something, man. Back in the days, we were literally dirt poor, poverty stricken, Listen, let me tell you how mama did it. Let me tell you how grandma did it. All we needed was flour, some baking soda, flour, baking soda, sugar, some salt, and she would make bread. She would make this thing called bakes. It's something that Panamanians make. And you literally mix those things together, boom, 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 put it in the frying pan, and you cook it, and it's perfect for breakfast. And we used to eat that, bakes, with tea. Any of you who is Panamanian, anyone who come from a Panamanian family, you know what I'm talking about when I say bakes. You know what that means. It was the easiest thing to make. And all you need is flour, some baking soda, salt, and sugar. And boom, you eat that in the morning for breakfast with some tea, and you straight. You know what I mean? We used to have oatmeal in the morning for breakfast, grits in the morning for breakfast, and that's it. And we went to school, we came back. But what the EBT bandits want to do is they want to go to the store, take all the food off the shelf. This is why when it's the first of the month, I never go shopping. I do not go shopping on the first of the month. Because on the first of the month is normally when you see everybody hogging down them stores and they clean off the shelves. Most of the time, I just shop online and have them deliver whatever they got to deliver because I don't want to deal with the hassles. You see people at the register with 3 shopping carts, 4 shopping carts, full. And I'm like, why would you need 4 shopping carts full of food? Do you got 4 refrigerators? Because I don't think I don't think one refrigerator can hold all of that stuff. You know? Don't make no sense. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly goes a long way. All I'm saying is you got people out here literally stealing lobster from stores. People are stealing lobster. People are literally crashing out for steaks, and they're hurting the store employees now. Store employees are trying to stop them. And here's the thing, guys. If you work in these stores and you got these hooligans and criminals coming into your store, breaking property and ransacking the place for food, don't get in the way trying to stop these people. And I'm not saying don't get in the way so they can have their day. Let law enforcement do it. Let your store cameras do it. Your store camera can capture their face so they can be identified via, facial recognition AI software that law enforcement normally use to apprehend people that commit these kind of crimes. But it don't make no sense you trying to stop them and you put your life at risk trying to stop somebody who's running out the store with a lobster. It looks really ridiculous that you lost your life trying to stop somebody and you're not getting paid for that. And to be honest with you, most stores will fire you as a worker if you get in the way trying to stop people. There's some weirdo policies in these workplaces that they'll fire you for this stuff. So it's not worth it. You see somebody grabbing lobster and steak and they running out the store, just be like, look, I ain't getting paid to do all of that. That goes way above my pay grade for me to be chasing this person down, tackling them. Because here's the thing. Them same ladies that robbed that store, the same ladies that did that, right? They know what you look like, right? So if you try to stop them or put hands on them, all of a sudden now, because based on what I'm hearing, these ladies were released. These ladies was released, and they could always call their people and be like, yeah, that guy right there, yeah, he put hands on me in the store. Now people waiting for you outside. Come on, y'all. You don't want to put yourself in that type of situation, man. You really don't. Let's go.
Our John Atwater is live at the Basket in West Bridgewater, where all of this went down, John.
Well, Maria, police say that those women walked out of the store here with lobster and steak, but they didn't get far. Officers arrested them out here in the parking lot. Cell phone video shows 2 women berating and attacking workers Sunday evening as stunned shoppers stare in disbelief.
That's crazy. Oh, nah.
Others watching the combative confrontation can't understand it.
I'm speechless because doesn't matter the reason, is not supposed to act like that.
Investigators say the women deliberately slipped higher-priced food like lobster, ribeye steaks, and truffle butter in blue bags while they were checking out. And police say when workers confronted them about not paying for the items, the women started attacking them and yelling racial slurs.
People are shoplifting and they're getting beat up for trying to stop the people. That's not fair to them. I mean,
Truffle butter.
Police arrested Olivia and Regine Bird in the parking lot. The sisters are now facing charges, including assault and battery. Other shoppers say they have sympathy for the workers who are dedicated to their jobs.
I just see them work hard over here.
They went and assaulted people in a store in public. That's not all right.
Well, those workers, thankfully, they were not seriously hurt, and those two sisters were released from custody as the case against them moves forward.
You see this, guys? This right here is unacceptable, man. To be a grown adult, and rather than you get a job and buy your own steaks and buy your own lobster. Steak is expensive, especially those ribeye steaks. These two ladies buying truffle butter. Like, imagine that, truffle butter, lobster, and steaks. And none of them had a job to actually pay for it. You see what I mean? But I'm pretty sure they both got iPhone 17s. I'm pretty sure they got a car outside. But yet, they felt so entitled that they want to steal from these stores, guys. So again, if you're an employee of these particular stores, do not get in the way of trying to intervene. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to risk your life trying to stop these bandits from stealing steaks and lobster. And I don't eat no lobster. I don't eat lobster. I don't eat no shrimp, crab, none of that mess. I avoid all of that type of garbage. At the same time, I'm not going to be fighting with people in a store because they want to steal. I don't get paid for that. I don't get paid to stop criminals. I feel that there needs to be security in place, that their job is to do all of that. Unless that was security, I'm not sure. But it looked, from the video, it looked like regular staff that's in the store. Because I know in certain companies, if you intervene to try to stop people, you end up getting fired too, which is dumb, but I get it. Then the store is protecting themselves. They don't want to be sued or whatever the case is. Let me see. Shout out to Brandon Smith for the support. Shout out to you. You says, I remember we would only have breakfast food to eat for dinner. Yeah, we used to eat pancakes, guys, for dinner because pancakes go a long way. You can have a big old box of pancakes mixed in the house. And we used to buy the one that all you had to do is mix it with water. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. If you're not ashamed of remembering your day when you grew up in the hood, in the ghetto, even if you're still in the ghetto, even if you're still in the hood, and you know what I'm talking about, them pancake mix, that all you had to do is add water. That's all you had to do. That was the best, bro, because all I would do, and I was fixing this stuff when I was a kid, all you had to do is just add water, mix that bad boy up, throw them things in a frying pan with some oil or whatever the case is, whip you up like 5 pancakes, put some eggs in the pot, boom, you straight. That was dinner, bro. So I already know what it is. So when I look at stuff like this, it's embarrassing. Especially as a black man, when I see this type of stuff, people think that I'm bad when I report on this kind of news and I'm displaying black people doing these type of things. First of all, I'm not the one stealing. I'm not the one outside stealing steaks and lobster. Those ribeye steaks be costing like $30 a pop. Them things be costing some bread. You know what I'm saying? Those ribeye steaks, they planning to put on the grill. Trust and believe me. So I know those are $30 a pop and up. That factor in with lobster. Oh yeah, they stole about a good $200 worth of goods from that store. And at least the law enforcement was there on time to apprehend these criminals. And it's just embarrassing to get arrested. What are you in here for? Oh, stealing lobster and steak. What? You didn't rob a bank? Nah. You stuck up a convenience store, right? Nah, I didn't do that. What did you do? Oh, I robbed some steaks and lobster. So hold up, you in here because steak and lobster, bro. And you know what's so crazy is, I'm pretty sure those ladies got money. I know they got money. But some people just love to steal, bro. They'll have the money to buy it, but refuse to spend their money and think they could just walk in the store and steal. And see, again, guys, some people ain't gonna like me when I say these things, but no, I'm not even gonna say it because, my opinions always get me in trouble, bro. My opinions always get me in trouble. I don't like thieves, man. I don't like thieves. I feel that if you're hungry, let's say, for example, you're homeless you're hungry, or whatever the case is, and you're really down and out, the best thing to do is just ask. The best thing to do is just, hello, could I talk to the store manager? And just ask. That's the best thing you could do. You'd be like, hey, sorry to waste your time and whatnot. I'm really down and out, and I don't want to resort to stealing and stuff like that. I just want a piece of bread. You know, if you can, help me out. That's all you got to do. You'd be surprised how many stores would offer you something if you just walk in their business place and just ask them. And just be respectful of their business. People will be moved with compassion. The world is not that dark. There's still some good people out here that will help you. I know most may not believe that, but there are places where you walk in and you just ask. Just ask. It's all about the approach. If they deny you, you just tell them, have a nice day, and that's it, and just walk out. Sometimes when they deny you, I've seen this happen. A homeless man walk in a store, ask for a sandwich. He get denied. He be respectful, no problem, and he just walks out the store and he stands in front of the store. 5 minutes later, the very guy who said no comes outside with the sandwich. You know why? It's something about your heart that when a homeless person that don't have nothing, you see them, they're down. All they ask, they could have came in your store and robbed you, bro. They could have came in your store and did something violent, but they chose to just ask you. So his heart moves with compassion. He comes outside, he gives them the sandwich and possibly apologize and just keep it moving. There are still good people out there like that. But these two ladies, man, they got the money. They got the money, and for whatever reason, they decide to rob and steal. Somebody says, you're lying. How the hell could I be lying when I'm just talking about what is really going on in the world? Maybe you never had no good interactions with people because you're a horrible person. Because typically when you're a horrible person and you're assuming that everybody is the same, that's why you never get any sort of help. It's because you assume everybody is the same type of person. So that's why nobody helped you in your situation, because you're a mean-spirited person. There are still good people in the world. Yes, the world is evil. There's a lot of hateful people in the world. At the same time, there are people that are very compassionate, and they would help the poor if need be. You know what I mean? At the same time, there are people that want people to get jobs. But, people just can't just get up overnight and boom, they're done and everything is good. If that's the case, everybody will be successful overnight. Everybody will have a business overnight. It's not that simple. A lot of people have to be educated first. A lot of people are lazy. They don't think they could do it. They have a poverty mentality. They have a victim mentality. Some people don't have the drive or the goals to actually go out there and make something of themselves. So sometimes they need somebody to push them, But in this case with these women, I just don't like the fact that people would walk into a convenience store to rob and steal food. It's like the lowest form of theft. And these women have cell phones and vehicles, but they're stealing. And they get out of jail so quick. There need to be harsher penalties for stuff like this. You shouldn't be able to get out. You shouldn't even be able to get out. Because when you do stuff like this, number one, you should be charged with a felony, right? Not no basic petty theft type stuff, a felony charge. This stuff should get back to your employer, because if these women work, let's just say hypothetically speaking, they work, it should go back to their employer that your two employees were at a store robbing and stealing lobster and steaks. That way, the company they work for can decide whether or not they want to let them go for stuff like that. Because when you risk it all, you should lose it all too. You should lose it all. There should be consequences for things like this. I don't believe in giving people a slap on the wrist for stuff like this. I don't believe that there should be any slap on the wrist. You should be held accountable to the highest degree. Some may say, man, it's just food. It ain't that serious. It's very serious because if I have a business and you come in my business to rob and steal, I want you to be held accountable. I don't want you to just go to jail and get bail and come on out and then you doing it again. You never learn your lesson. You know, you're putting my staff at risk. You know, you're causing me to lose money. I'm in business to make money and serve the community. I'm not in business to be fighting with criminals and thieves who think they could just come into my store and disrespect me and my business and my employees. You know, I need it to be a safe environment for workers so that they can do their job as well. Right. So that being said, guys, make sure you double tap the screen if you haven't already to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. It is what it is. Somebody says you're a hater. So let me get this straight. You endorse people stealing from stores? So guys, if you look at the live chat, somebody says you're a hater. So I'm a hater because I want to have a clean store environment where my shoppers can do their thing and I don't have to worry about criminals. Guys, do you see how society is? A lot of these people that you even see come into the live chat, a lot of them are thieves, criminals, EBT bandits, SNAP beneficiaries, and they steal even though they get the SNAP benefits. You have people that steal even though they get the SNAP benefits. You have some people that they go to registers, and you know how they have the little checkout thing where you could, check out with the scanner? They don't scan all the groceries. They pick and choose what to scan, and they didn't scan everything, and then they walk out the stores. And this is why a lot of these stores keep checking receipts and wanting to see what's going on, especially if you're black. For some reason, when you black, you become a target. This is why I no longer will shop at Sam's Club, because the other day I went to Sam's Club for the first time ever. You know, my viewers actually recommended that I go to Sam's Club because they say you get a lot of good deals. Even though I don't believe you get a lot of good deals, you're actually spending more money in Sam's Club than you actually really think. It's no different than when you go to the other big box stores. It's the same thing. It's just that you're buying stuff in bulk that you will never use. You know what I mean? You'll never really use it. You're buying it in bulk because it seems like it's a good deal. But if you don't use it all, it spoils. So when you really think about it, the only way you'll benefit is if you really have like a large family. And I mean a large family, 7 kids, large family. Other than that, when I went to the Sam's Club, I spent about almost $500 in the store. And on our way out, we checked out at the register, did what we had to do at the register. Everybody's watching us scan all the items. And when I'm in a store and I'm shopping, I like to make sure that the cameras see me because I know I'm being watched, especially that I'm a black man, right? So I'm scanning the items and you hearing the beep sound. I count everything and I put it into another cart. Paid my money, not no damn EBT. We're talking about cash. And I paid my money. Everything rang up. Boom, boom, boom. We're heading on out the store. In Sam's Club, they got this large, look like some Stargate that they have inside the store. It's probably some ritual thing, but they have this thing that probably scans you as you walk out the store. So not only that, we walk through that machine as well to head on out. And as we're heading on out, you had somebody at the door, not even at the door, a little bit before the door, and they was like, could I see the receipt? And I'm like, see the receipt for what? I just purchased everything. They're like, oh, I need to see the receipt. Now, I know that in Sam's Club, they have some policy that says something about you agreed to these terms to show a receipt and all this other goofy stuff. It's not my card. My wife had registered that particular card. So I'm not here reading fine prints, just like a lot of you never read any fine prints, and you don't even know that until you Google search it, So she proceeds to ask to see receipts. I told her, no, I'm not showing no receipt. This is my items, and I'm proceeding to walk out. And she's like, confused. So I curse her out because she keep on trying to harass me to see a damn receipt. And I made her understand. I said, listen, when you're harassing customers like this, it's like you're literally accusing them of stealing. Anytime you're in a store and you pay for items, guys, you got to stop bowing down to these businesses that try to treat you like criminals. I'm not a damn EBT bandit. I'm not committing no fraud. I'm a hardworking family man. And when I walk into a store and I spend my hard-earned money, I literally demand respect for my dollars that I put in your damn business. So when you are literally taking me to the point where I get to your door and I'm trying to exit the business and you're literally stopping me to see a receipt. You're accusing me at that point of being a criminal. And no hardworking man like being accused of being a criminal. You know what I mean? Have you ever had a situation like that where they stopping you to see receipts and you just paid for these items? How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel more American? Does that make you feel like a decent human being? Or do that make you feel like you stole something? Because when you stop somebody at a door to see a receipt, everybody's looking at that person like, let's see what happened. And then when they stop you, they go looking in your cart, looking and, bro, that ain't happening to me. I've never shown receipts in those stores, bro. Never. I don't do that type of stuff. I remember they tried that with me at Walmart. It's a Walmart out here in North Carolina. And we coming out. I'm looking ahead. You had this white guy and his family, right? So the white guy, he walks out the store and the security guy, I'm assuming he's security or the door guy, whatever the case is, he's watching receipts. He lets the white guy and his family walk out. They had 2 shopping carts full of food. The man didn't even check them. He didn't even ask them nothing. He just smiled and was like, and he let them go. As me and my family is walking up, we get to the door. He walks like in front of us, literally. And was like, he needed to see the receipt. I just cursed him out, spazzed on him real quick. Made him understand that you just let this guy walk through, but now you stopping me. I say, you have some respect. And I pretty much cussed him out real good. Checked him. He will never do that again. And when I go back and forth to the store, I see the dude. He don't even say nothing to me. Matter of fact, when me and my family's walking out, he walk out of the way. He don't even want to see me eye to eye no more. And see, this is how you got to be when you in these stores. You can't let people try to make you feel some type of way. If you Google, do Walmart have a right to ask you for your receipt? No, it's not in their policy to do that. Look it up. Look it up. If you go Google, now with Sam's Club, yeah, you're supposed to show your receipt in Sam's Club. I Googled it. But I refuse to shop at a business where I got to show my receipt. When I just spent over $500 in your business, you got to be out of your mind. You're not going to treat me like a slave. You're not going to treat me like a low-class citizen. You're not going to treat me like I'm some sort of peasant somewhere. Not when I'm spending money in your business. And to add insult to injury with Sam's Club, if you refuse to show them your receipt, they can revoke your Sam's Club membership. You can revoke whatever you want to do. I don't care because I'm not shopping there no more. You know? I'm not shopping at Sam's Club no more. But at Walmart, I still shop at Walmart, Family Dollar, Food Lion. I'll shop at those stores. There's no issues there. You shop at those stores, you know. Food Lion, they don't know none of that receipt stupidness. You just go in there, do what you got to do, and you leave. Nobody's watching you, making you feel some type of way. Because, guys, we are Americans. You live in America. When you shop at a store, stop complying with these policies, with these people making you feel like you need to show a receipt. Anytime they ask you to show a receipt, they're accusing you of stealing something. You were just at the register. If something went wrong, the security team would have saw that already. If an item wasn't scanned, it would have shown that already. Don't let these business places make you feel like you have to bow your knee. When you walk in a store, you are doing that store a favor by shopping there. Your dollars matter. You understand? Your dollars is your power. So when you walk in a store, the store is supposed to respect you. Period. Stop letting the store make you feel like you got to bow your knee and serve them. No, their job is to serve you. It's a business. I'll take my business to another store where I feel like my dollars are respected. That's how I feel. At Walmart, listen, at Walmart, They're not supposed to ask you for a receipt. Look it up. Look it up. It's actually not even in their business practice for them to show, for you to show. It's a volunteer basis thing. You have to volunteer it. They are not authorized to do that to you. But if you let them train you like a dog, then what happens is right after you finish shopping and you walk into the door, this is how you know you're a dog and you've been trained. If you're the kind of person that once you finish shopping and you're walking out the store and you got your receipt in your hand, you are a slave, you are a dog, you have been trained, you are a sheeple because they train you so much that you got the receipt in your hand ready to show it before anybody asks you. That is how you know you've been trained by these businesses to comply. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. And see, when you got people stealing steaks like those ladies, that actually caused a lot of these businesses to treat people like criminals. And it's unfortunate.
Our John Atwater is live at the Basket in West Bridgewater, where all of this went down, John.
Well, Maria, police say that those women walked out of the store here with lobster and steak, but they didn't get far. Officers arrested them out here in the parking lot. Cell phone video shows two women berating and attacking workers Sunday evening as stunned shoppers stare in disbelief.
That's crazy. Oh, nah.
Others watching the combative confrontation can't understand it.
I'm speechless because doesn't matter the reason, is not supposed to act like that.
Investigators say the women deliberately slipped higher-priced food like lobster, ribeye steaks, and truffle butter in blue bags while they were checking out. And police say when workers confronted them about not paying for the items, the women started attacking them and yelling racial slurs.
People are shoplifting. They're getting beat up for trying to stop the people. That's not fair to them. I mean, it's really messed up.
Police arrested Olivia and Regine Bird in the parking lot. The sisters are now facing charges, including assault and battery. Other shoppers say they have sympathy for the workers who are dedicated to their jobs.
I just see them work hard over here.
They went and assaulted people in a store in public. That's not all right.
Well, those workers, thankfully, they were not seriously hurt, and those two sisters were released from custody.
Sisters. Two sisters.
As the case against them moves forward. We're live in West Bridgewater tonight. John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
This is crazy, bro. Two sisters, man. And you're wondering why these stores be asking for receipts. It's because you got these kind of people who are out here robbing steaks and lobsters. That's what's going on. So now they treat everybody like criminals. You're not going to treat me like a criminal in a store. I refuse to do that. Once the store do that type of goofy stuff, whoever's the person, I'm cussing you out, number one. Right? I'm going to cuss you out real good. I'm going to flip and spaz out, and I don't really care. Right? At the end of the day, don't ask me for no receipt when you just saw me pay for everything. Don't do that. You know? And they love to harass you when you have kids because they assume that your kids are thieves too. And in the wake of all of this EBT garbage, they're going to target various groups of people, especially if you're black. Shout out to H-Time 78 says at Sam's, the guy at the door has a scanner that takes your debit card. Instead of waiting in line, go to him, let him scan, then pay receipt printout. Sam's hack. There was really nobody at the door that was doing that. They had the registers there. They had the self-checkout, and they had the registers where I guess somebody can ring up your items for you. There was nobody at the door, right? Let me see. Yeah, especially if you're black. If you're black, that happens all the time. See, here's the thing. I don't like making things a black-white issue because I have a mixed audience of people, and I try not to focus on every issue that happened in life as if though, it happened because you're black. You got white people that go through various issues that we all go through as well. The thing that I noticed, though, is that when you're in these stores, and this mainly happens a lot, especially when I was living in New York, when you're a black man, you are looked upon differently in these stores. Let's just cut to the chase. It's a fact, right? You're looked differently. If you're white, they tend to figure you're a family, you're just out there shopping. When you're black, obviously you must be on welfare, an EBT card, something, and you're stealing. That's how they train these workers. Because when I was at Walmart, the white family had 2 shopping carts filled with food. The white guy walks out with his wife, kids. He had about 3 kids running around, and the guy at the door just let them go. I'm looking at him to see if he asked for a receipt. I didn't see him ask for nothing. He just walked. The white guy didn't even have a receipt in his hand. He just walked out, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm walking out too. So I'm walking out, and he walks in front of us. That's the part that pissed me off, because when you step in front of me, it's like you're trying to block my path and my family. You're trying to disrespect me. It's one thing to be on the side. He walked right in the front where the cart was, almost to say, well, you're not leaving till I see something. He was like, I need to see your receipt. And I told him, get the F out of my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not showing you no receipt. Did you ask this guy to show a receipt? And I flipped on him real hard. You know what I mean? Made him understand right away. He backed up like this, and I started spazzing on him, telling him straight up, like, you telling me to give you a receipt. I just finished paying for these items, and you here harassing me? Did you harass him? And then the white guy turned around, and he was looking at the whole scene, and I was like, did he ask you for a receipt? He was like, nah, he ain't asked me for no receipt. I was like, why you ain't asked him for a receipt? And the guy was quiet. He was looking stupid. I was like, oh, you asked me for a receipt because I'm a black man, right? That's why, right? Go ask him for a receipt. Go ask him. He right there. And I started to literally like flip on this dude. I said, go ask him for a receipt. He's like, looking dumb. And then somebody came over and was like, what's the problem? And I told that person exactly what was going down. I said, he's over here harassing me about a receipt. He ain't asked this man for no receipt. And I said, sir, did this guy ask you for a receipt? He was like, no, he just let me go out. He didn't even ask me and didn't question me. I was like, so why he ain't asked him and he asking me? And then the lady was like, it's not an issue. You could go ahead. No problem. And she was telling him, almost like to tell him, don't ask nobody for no receipt. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're in a business and people are harassing you over a receipt, you flip on them. You don't sit there talking about, I'm going to be Mr. Nice Guy. I'm just going to just act like it didn't happen. No. Once you disrespect me, I'm going to check you, and I'm going to correct you, and I'm going to hold you accountable for your actions, and I'm going to make the whole store know what you did. Just so the rest of your night is ruined. Literally, you'll be sitting there scared to talk about receipts for the rest of the night. And I can guarantee you, at the rest of the night, he most likely never even asked nobody else for no more receipts at all after that, guys. None whatsoever. Right? Let me see. You said I'm calling my lawyer in that situation. In a situation like that, it's not warranted for all of that extra stuff. I wouldn't even waste my time calling attorneys and all of that. It's not a big deal like that. It's like I'm getting justice on the spot. My justice is me setting order, making people understand that you're gonna respect me. Some of you like being disrespected. That's on you. You ain't disrespecting me. I'm a grown man. And if I spend money in your business, I expect to be respected. Period. You are not gonna, listen, I'm the type of person that I've been in stores where I ranged up probably $300 worth of items, all of this other stuff. If I feel some type of way, I'll leave all that crap right there, get my refund, walk out that store, never shop there again, go to another business. That is how I deal with issues. I make the business understand that my money is never coming back there. Trust and believe, guys. When you are an active shopper and you're spending $300-400 in a business every other month, boom, 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 that's a lot of money lost in 1 year. So your money matters. So if you want to be disrespected, then go out there and just let people just do whatever they want with you. You ain't going to do that to me. You're not going to do that to me. Some of y'all like letting stores take advantage of you. Some stores, you let people treat you like criminals. If you know you're not a criminal, why are you submitting to the harassment? Why? Why are you submitting to this harassment? It doesn't make no sense. You're a hardworking man, hardworking woman, and you're letting these businesses make you feel like you're a criminal. If I stole something, that's one thing. But if you know that everything is good and you still want to check after I paid with my debit card, once you pay in their system, they already received the money. Period. They already scanned you. Guys, anytime you're in a business like a Walmart, Sam's Club, whatever, they got cameras above you. Cameras that are watching your every move. Do you understand? They got scanners that are above you. While you scanning, there's a scanner above you that's scanning each item you pull out. They don't even need to scan. Listen, their scanner above can scan everything in your cart one shot. That's how powerful the AI system is that they have in these business places. So they already know you paid for your items. They just want to train you to think like a slave. They want to train you to feel like a criminal so they can just do whatever they want with you. The policy at Sam's Club is criminal. To tell your customers that they got to submit to showing a receipt when they exit the store, and then if they don't do it, you're going to revoke their membership? Revoke mine, please, because I don't need it. I do not need it. You know? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Da 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 da. Some people just love being a guinea pig in a store. Not me. You're going to respect me when I'm in a store. If I'm spending my money, trust and believe that you respecting me. Maybe some of y'all like being disrespected. Put a number 2 in the chat if you like being disrespected when you shop at stores. I want to know who are the idiots in the live chat. Put a number 2 in the chat if you're the kind of person who love to be treated like a criminal. You like being taken advantage of. You like when employees stereotype you, harass you. If you're that kind of person, put a number 2 in the chat so we can know who's stupid. Well, we see one person, they're a liberal, so we already know who they are already. Let's see who else is dumb. So we have a liberal, we have another clown. Yeah. Right? It's crazy, man. Some people just like being disrespected. That's not happening to me. So guys, people are stealing steaks and lobsters, and it's just making black people look bad, bro. Every time I see black folks stealing from stores, ransacking the place, it make them look crazy, bro. But nonetheless, guys, we're going to get up on out of here. I'm going to come back with some more content. It is what it is. Nice day outside. It's pretty neat. We're in the 60s of degrees right now, about 60-something degrees. That's good. Hopefully, my lawn is able to germinate. I'm really hoping that it happens because I kind of did this last section of my yard kind of late. If it don't germinate, then I would have to wait till spring. But it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. It should germinate as long as the weather cooperate with me. As long as the weather could stay in the upper 60s, we should be able to make it. We should be able to make it because it'll warm the soil. It'll cause the grass seed to pop, and then it'll be great. So guys, we're gonna come back with more streams. We're gonna talk about more topics. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Also, when you finish, guys, come into the comments section and let me know what you think. Do you think it's okay to rob and steal from stores when you're hungry? Do you feel that these 2 ladies that stole the lobster and steaks, do you feel they were justified? Do you agree with it? Are you the kind of person that do stuff like that? Let us know in the comments. Are you the kind of person that like to be taken advantage of in stores? Do you show receipts? Do you do that? Do you just comply even though you're not a criminal? Because I don't know about you, but as an American, we have lost a lot of our civil liberties. A lot of our rights been taken away. Ever since 9/11, we lost a lot of freedom. A lot of freedom been taken away from us as Americans. See, a lot of you youngins that don't know the world, don't know what's going on, a lot of us have lost a lot of our civil liberties ever since 911. You know what I mean? Ever since 911, we lost our liberties. Ever since the pandemic, we lost a lot of rights. A lot, you know, a whole lot. And it's to the point now where a lot of you that are here today, you don't even realize that a lot of the freedoms we once had, we don't have no more, but you don't even know this because you're a youngin' and you don't know the world, you know? So rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're going to get up on out of here. It is what it is. So let me know in the comments. Also, hype the video, guys. When the video is done, that helps with the algorithm. I can't do this work without you guys. So support the show. If you like my commentary, if it's entertaining, educational, it is what it is. So that's about it, guys. Y'all be blessed out there. I'll be back later on with more content. Ringo TV Reactions.